Hey guys, this is Matt from McWattersaffect, and I have a video for you, and it is from LifeSite News. And in the video, there's a professor. He says white people should commit suicide as an ethical act. Now, I'll be quite honest with you guys. This guy's first thing, he's white. And the second thing is, it's probably the most racist thing I've ever heard in my life. And the idea that if you're white, you're automatically a white supremacist is quite offensive. And the whole argument is coming from critical race theory. This is a perfect example of why we got to get critical race theory out of our schools. And I don't know if it's going to happen anytime soon, but this guy actually teaches it in college. And they want to get into grade schools, middle schools, and high schools. I'd say it's a good time to actually take your kids out of school with this crap they're trying to introduce and try to indoctrinate your kids. And it's concerning. I'm really disturbed by it when you watch the video. When you watch the video, you're like, this guy's completely off his rocker. That's the reason I'm putting on here, because I think this stuff people need to know about what these professors are actually teaching in college. And it's in Pittsburgh, College of Pittsburgh. I live pretty close to Pittsburgh. So I'm like, the place I live at, no one thinks like this or even acts like this. I think this guy's completely insane. But I want you to take a look at the video and tell me what you think. Comment at the bottom. Don't forget to share the video, because other people need to see this crap. It's completely insane. And don't forget, hit like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Peace.
He made the assertion that white people should commit suicide as an ethical act. And here's a quote from him directly. "The reality in South Africa today is that most white people spend their whole lives only engaging black South Africans in subservient positions. My question is then, how can a person not be racist if that's the way they live their lives? The only way then for white people to become part of Africa is not to exist as white people anymore. If the goal is to dismantle white supremacy, and white supremacy is white culture, then the goal has to be to dismantle white culture and ultimately white people themselves. The total integration into Africa by white people will also automatically then mean the death of white people, as white as a concept would not exist anymore." So here's the kind of crazy gambit of this talk. I want to suggest that psychoanalytically we could even make the argument that there was something ethical in Delport's statements. Now, I suppose, parenthetically, we could say that Delport's kind of a young, fired-up academic, and maybe, there's a little bit too much of a dramatization in some of his comments. But nevertheless, I want to make the argument that there is some kind of ethical dimension to his provocations. I think that Delport took his white audience to the threshold of a type of symbolic extinction, or at least the contemplation of what that might be. He took them to a proposed end of whiteness. Or, in more psychoanalytic terms, we could say that Delport offered his white audience the opportunity, one they didn't seem to appreciate for the most part, but the opportunity to contemplate what we could call the castration of whiteness.